How Erin Moran spent her final years. Erin Moran was an American actress best known for her role as Joni Cunningham on the iconic television series Happy Days and its spin-off Joni Loves Chachi. Born on October 18, 1960, in Burbank, California, Moran was destined for a life in the spotlight. From an early age, she showed a talent for performing, beginning her acting career at the tender age of 5. Moran's career would span several decades, and although it was marked by some ups and downs, her impact on American pop culture remains significant. Raised in a family of 6 children, Erin Moran grew up in North Hollywood, where her mother encouraged her to pursue acting. By the age of 5, she was already landing commercial spots and minor roles in television shows. Her early work in television included appearances in series such as Dactari and The Don Rickles Show. These initial roles helped her hone her craft and gave her the experience needed to tackle bigger projects later in life. By the time she was a teenager, Moran had already made a name for herself as a young actress with great potential. Erin Moran's breakout role came in 1974 when she was cast as Joni Cunningham, the younger sister of Richie Cunningham, played by Ron Howard, on Happy Days. The show became a massive success, and Moran quickly became a household name. Audiences fell in love with Joni's spunky, independent spirit, and Moran's performance was both charming and relatable. Her character grew alongside the show's popularity, and she became one of the most beloved characters in the series. Happy Days was more than just a hit show, it was a cultural phenomenon that defined an era of television. Set in the 1950s and 1960s, the show captured the nostalgia of a simpler time in American life. Moran's portrayal of Joni Cunningham contributed to the show's heart, providing a sense of family warmth and youthful energy. Her chemistry with the rest of the cast, including Henry Winkler as the iconic Fonzie, helped make the series a cornerstone of American TV during the 1970s and early 1980s. Erin Moran's success on Happy Days led to a spin-off series, Joni Loves Chachi, which premiered in 1982. The show followed Joni and her boyfriend Chachi Arcola, played by Scott Baio, as they pursued their dreams of becoming musicians. Although the series was highly anticipated due to the popularity of its lead characters, Joni Loves Chachi only lasted 2 seasons before being cancelled. Despite its short run, the show solidified Moran's status as a key figure in American television during the era. While Joni Loves Chachi did not achieve the same level of success as Happy Days, Moran's portrayal of Joni remained beloved by fans. Her chemistry with Baio was a highlight of the show, and many viewers appreciated the chance to see her character take on a more central role. After the cancellation of Joni Loves Chachi, Moran returned to Happy Days for its final season, once again delighting fans with her portrayal of Joni. Following the end of Happy Days in 1984, Erin Moran found it difficult to maintain the level of fame she had experienced during the peak of her career. She took on guest roles in various television shows, including The Love Boat, Murder, She Wrote, and Diagnosis. Murder, but struggled to find a role that would recapture the success of Joni Cunningham. Moran's post-Happy Days career was marked by periods of professional inactivity, which led to financial and personal challenges. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, Moran faced significant personal difficulties. She struggled with financial instability and was reportedly living in difficult conditions in her later years. Moran also faced battles with depression and substance abuse, which were exacerbated by the pressures of her early fame and the challenges of maintaining a career as a child star transitioning into adulthood. These struggles were made public in various media reports, adding to the pressures she faced. Erin Moran, best known for her role as Joni Cunningham on the iconic TV series Happy Days, lived a life that, unfortunately, became a cautionary tale of the challenges child actors often face. After experiencing early fame, Moran struggled to recapture the spotlight in her later years, facing both personal and professional difficulties. Despite these hardships, her final years were marked by a mixture of isolation, health problems, and fleeting moments of personal peace. Moran's career began to decline after Happy Days and its short-lived spin-off Joni Loves Chachi ended. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, she found it increasingly difficult to secure roles in Hollywood. Like many former child stars, Moran found herself typecast, unable to break free from the shadow of her beloved Happy Days character. As the acting roles dried up, so did her financial resources, leading her to live a more modest and, at times, precarious lifestyle. In the mid-2000s, Moran made a few appearances on reality TV shows like Celebrity Fit Club, where she candidly discussed her struggles with depression and her difficulty adjusting to life after fame. These shows briefly brought her back into the public eye, but they also highlighted the personal battles she was fighting behind the scenes. During this time, Moran's personal life became increasingly complicated. She faced a series of financial setbacks, including losing her home to foreclosure in 2010, which thrust her into the public eye for reasons unrelated to her work as an actress. It was widely reported that she and her husband, Steve Fleischman, had moved into a trailer park with his mother, a significant shift from the life of stardom she once knew. Her living situation, often discussed in tabloids, fueled rumors that Moran was homeless or living in extreme poverty. While these reports may have exaggerated the severity of her circumstances, they underscored the difficulties she was facing. The financial hardships, compounded by personal issues, made it increasingly difficult for Moran to find stability. She faced struggles with mental health and was reportedly battling substance abuse, which further strained her relationships with friends and family. Despite the difficulties in her personal life, Moran maintained a sense of humor and tried to keep her spirits up. In interviews during these years, she remained candid about the ups and downs of her life, often reflecting on how much she had enjoyed her time on Happy Days and the impact the show had on her. She expressed gratitude for the fans who continued to support her, even as her acting career faded from prominence. Tragically, in her final years, Moran's health began to seriously deteriorate. In 2017, it was revealed that she had been diagnosed with stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma, a type of cancer that often affects the throat or lungs. Moran kept her illness relatively private, with few details made public until her death. Her husband later shared that she had been in pain for months and that they had attempted various treatments, but the disease had progressed too far by the time they discovered it. Moran spent her last days in relative seclusion, surrounded by a few close friends and her husband, Steve. According to Steve, despite her health issues, she faced her final battle with courage and dignity. She passed away on April 22, 2017, at the age of 56. Her death brought an outpouring of tributes from her former co-stars and fans, who remembered her not just as Joni Cunningham, but as a talented actress who had left an indelible mark on television history. The aftermath of Moran's passing also brought attention to the broader issue of the challenges faced by child stars once the spotlight fades. Her story became a reminder of the importance of providing mental health and financial support to those who experience early fame but struggle to adjust when it's gone. Erin Moran's final years were a difficult chapter in a life that had once been filled with promise. While her career as an actress may have been overshadowed by personal and professional struggles, she is remembered for the joy she brought to audiences through her portrayal of Joni Cunningham. Her life serves as both a testament to the enduring legacy of Happy Days and a cautionary tale of the challenges that can follow the early success of child actors.